thorn in the rest of the church. No, it all fit. I may have shared it with some of you in our midweek class, but I had a lady also call from a distance. I want to say, well, my Bible says such and such, and be able to confirm whatever you may be sharing with someone from the Word, because this is the authority. This is the only thing that we have to go on, is the inspired Word of God. And I always emphasize that I am a firm proponent that this is the inspired Word of God from Genesis 1 to the last verse of Revelation and everything in between. And whenever Paul speaks in the first person, it is still inspired of God. Grace and do nothing violent for a second. And you know what her answer was? It's so logical, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's so logical that if it's all done, then why try to work? They glorify God in me. Of course. Why not? Because after all, it's the same. Paul was at the height of his persecuting those Jewish. Believers and had brought a stoning of Stephen. Then in the next year, Saul's conversion on the road to Damascus, which would then plus 3 chapter 15. And so verse 1 says, these certain men came down from Judea and they taught the brethren, these Gentile brethren, back with us is because we take a break after every 30-minute segment, and while the camera crews get ready for another one, we have a coffee break, and consequently you see the coffee cups, and we just have a good time of fellowship all afternoon. And if you're ever coming through Tulsa, we'd love to have you come in and be a part of this. It was written primarily to straighten out the false teaching that had come into Paul's churches that he had started with the false teaching of law-keeping and circumcision plus Paul's gospel of grace. And now here we are, as we saw in our last program, some 22 years after Pentecost in about AD 51. And Paul has already established churches throughout. For another one, we have a coffee break and coffee cups. You wonder why everybody back with us again. For those of you out in television, you may wonder why I mean back with us is because we take a break after every 30-minute segment, and while the camera crews get
is Les Feldick.
Okay, it's good to have everybody back with us again. And you out in television, you may wonder why I mean back. This is because we take a break after every 30-minute segment, and while the camera crews get ready for another one, we have a coffee break, and consequently you see the coffee cups. And we just have all afternoon. And if you're ever coming through Tulsa, we'd love to have you come in and be a part of this taping session, to be here when you are. Again, all the past programs are available on video, audio, and in the printed page, and have you contact us if you're interested in any of that. All right, we're here for and we're going to buy up the time and use every